Hey guys, Primal Chaos here. Welcome to the channel. This never happens. I was just scrolling through YouTube and I found an Electric Callboy song that dropped like literally hours ago. So I may be like early to the party on this one. Who knows? I'm always late to the party. But yeah, let's check this one out. Everything I've done of Electric Callboy and all the subsequent sort of covers of Electric Callboy have been really good. I've enjoyed every single one of them. This one, I have no idea what the context is. It seems like it's based in some sort of space thing. But I had a quick look at the lyrics and stuff like that, and it's your usual sort of anthemic Electric Callboy fare where it's just, I'm a spaceman, rocket on my back sort of thing. And then, yeah, it seems like there's some German parts that I've translated, and something about who else needs proof? Yes, the Earth is flat. So we'll get to that. I'm assuming, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that, but this is going to be amazing, as always. I'm going to dive right in because I really don't have a lot of context, except for the fact that this is obviously Electric Callboy, formerly Eskimo Callboy. Got to support artists that are willing to change their entire nomenclature just because they discover that it's maybe not as politically correct as they initially thought. And I'm here for that. I think that was a genius move. And I think it was a move that demonstrates that they're compassionate, but also funny and comedic. So I'm a big fan of that. Let's dive right in. Electric Callboy featuring Finch. Let's have a look. Big budget.
I'm a spaceman, got a rocket on my back. Spaceman, oh I'm raving like a maniac. Spaceman, got a rocket on my back. The universe is down for my rave attack. 3, 2, 1.
Finchi Gagari,
Oh,
die
wow,
Boxen doch
okay.
mal auf, gestern noch im Trockenbau.
I guess this is
Heute will
Finch.
ich Wow. Ja, jeder kann sie sehen, da am Himmel weiße Streifen. Wer braucht von euch noch Beweise? Ja, die Erde ist eine Scheibe.
Come on.
Spaceman, got a rocket on my back. Spaceman, oh I'm raving like a maniac. Spaceman, got a rocket on my back. The universe is down
Oh, Jesus
for
Christ.
rave attack.
All right, so far everything I expected is as it seems. Like, so aside from the rap, who I'm assuming is Finch, and it seems like that's probably the part where it's all about like the Earth is flat or whatever. But look, these guys are great at doing more with so much less. Like the lyrics are super basic. Where are we? I'm a spaceman, got a rocket on my back. Spaceman, oh, I'm raving like a maniac. Spaceman, got a rocket on my back. The universe is down for my rave attack, right? Super simple, but it's kind of like that sort of adds to the dumbness of it. The whole concept of how just ephemeral the song is. We know it's not necessary, but we're doing it because it's hilarious and funny, right? And I mean, I hate breaking down comedy like that because it makes it less funny, right? But that's the thing. You know, I am techno, my religion is rave. You know, it's so good. It reminds me of the way that like Steel Panther can do that, where they can just take really simple bass kind of non-lyrical concepts and just turn them into lyrics that just perfectly match the melody, but just like they give you the impression that the dude writing the lyrics ain't all that smart, but the satire that's woven through them contrasts that, right? You can tell that it's written on two different levels. It's like the character that I'm performing as is a numbnuts, but the person who's writing the underlying sort of concept of what's happening really gets it, right? And that's the genius of this satirical kind of music. Again, same sort of aesthetic musically as far as like that pump and techno rave sort of groove that sort of gives way to the metalcore kind of aesthetic as well. Nobody straddles that line better than these guys that I've seen. And then of course there's all of the visuals as well. Like the mustache on the ship was just a stroke of genius. I love the fact that someone thought to put like one of those little air freshener things hanging from the rearview mirror. And of course you've got the triple breasted whore from from Total Recall as well. You can't have a future without women with 3 breaths, apparently. All right, here we go. We're going to jump back a little. It just makes me laugh. And the fact that the ship itself looks like a helmet with a mustache. It's just genius. Here we go.
I'm raving like a maniac spaceman. Got a rocket on my back. The universe is down for my rave attack.
Oh, tasty.
Dreht vorm Jupiter, steht vorm Supermarkt, dreht die Boombox an und geht zu Scooter. Klau mir sein.
Hang on. They're talking about scooters. Again, hang on. I'm going to just translate this real quick. Give me a second. All right, for those playing at home, and I'm sure this is grossly mistranslated by Google, that was Fred from Jupiter. Yeah! Standing in front of the supermarket. Turns on the boombox and walks off to Scooter. Steal his spaceship from me. Fly high towards Mars. Blah, 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 blah. Here are the cabbages. Yeah. I don't know if that's a mistranslation or not. That's what's great about it. All right, let's jump back a little bit. That's just
Steht
great.
vorm Jupiter, steht vorm Supermarkt, dreht die Boombox an und geht zu Scooter. Klau mir sein Raumschiff, fliege hoch Richtung Mars.
Very cool.
Wo sind die Jedi-Ritter? Wo sind die Marsmenschen? Wo sind die Klingonen? Mach's wie mit meiner Ex, ich schieß euch alle auf den Mond. Eine Leberwurst geschnallt, fliegt die Kegelkuss durchs All. Immer weiter von uns weg, danke Schwerelosigkeit. Und dann...
Is that like an air raid siren in there?
durchs All. Immer weiter von uns weg, danke Schwerelosigkeit. Und dann... ist der Weltenlohn. Hier kommt der Raketenhahn wie Waller Elton.
Come on! That's cool. There's a little like laser beam sort of sound effects in there too. Dude, these guys, I mean, hit me up in the comments if you've ever seen these guys live. This pit must be just catastrophic when these breakdowns happen, man.
No matter where you fuck it up, when you say nothing but just a man, what is way to rescue your universe? Spaceman, got a rocket on my back. Spaceman, I'm raving like a maniac. Spaceman, got a rocket on my back. The universe is down for my rave attack. Spaceman, got a rocket on my back. Spaceman, I'm raving like a maniac. Spaceman, got a rocket on my back. The universe is down for my rave attack. Mission complete.
Awesome. Pretty sure that's it. All right. Stick around after the ad break and I'll give you my final thoughts. Hey guys, this video is made possible by Enchroma. 1 in 6 guys and 1 in 200 women are colorblind, and if that happens to be you, there's something you can do about it. Click the link in the description, it'll take you to Enchroma's website where you can get a free eye test. And while you're there, maybe pick up some corrective lenses. They've got styles to suit everybody and a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you got really nothing to lose. And while you're there, use the code CHAOS in checkout to get 10% off. Tell them Primal Chaos sent you. Man, oof, these guys just get it, eh? They really do. The satire, just the goofiness, but also having to juxtapose that against just supreme quality, like metalcore sort of stuff. It just, that's why it works. If any of those parts weren't up to snuff, the whole thing would fall apart. But because they're so good at straddling all of those different barriers or different sort of styles, it just works. You know, it's engaging. It's like, I've got that feeling now, if I ever see Electric Callboy pop up on YouTube, I'm going to have to click on it. I just need to know what they're going to do next, you know? And that's the beauty of how good these guys are. And I know that they're not a flash in the pan overnight thing. I know they've gotten a lot more notoriety lately, but they've been around for like 10 years or something, right? According to you guys in the comments. So there's something to be said for grinding until you find your niche, right? And I feel like that's what these guys have done. And again, you guys have also told me in the comments they've always been a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but for whatever that may be, now they've sort of refined and polished the concept of who they are to such a fine degree that there's no margin for error. They just know exactly where to hit each mark to get the optimum result, which is people looking at it and going, I need to share this with everyone I know, you know. And this is great. I mean, the breakdown was rock solid. All of the other stuff is anthemic. I love that they keep the rhythm pretty simple in the drums too, because it just makes it more anthemic and more like, I want to go and watch these guys live and be in a pit and just experience how they're designed to be, right? So, but I mean, I love that there's like a dook, because it gives the drummer that time to do the you know, that sort of punching the air kind of feel, and it makes you want to punch the air or smash the dashboard or whatever it is you might be doing at the time. These guys just get it. They really do. And it's always fun watching artists that understand who they are and how to leverage who they are to get the people to understand exactly what they're putting out, right? They're kind of dopey and they're kind of it's just pure lunacy, but it's lunacy that works because it's fed through the lens of current metal, you know, and that's just pure genius. It just makes me wonder how cool Aqua could have been if they were just a different style, you know? And I mean, there was nothing wrong with Aqua. They had some massive hits, but it was the same concept, right? They sort of had a hit with Barbie Girl, and it seemed like for those guys, they were always trying to recapture that magic. I don't know that Barbie Girl was the direction that they were trying to head when they put out that single. But then when that hit, they're like, oh, we got to do a whole bunch more of this toy shit, you know? But then they had a power ballad off that first album that was mind-blowingly good, you know? And it wasn't tongue-in-cheek. It was dead serious. And it really showed off their chops, and particularly their singer's chops as well. These guys, rather than, you know, when... what was the first song of theirs that came out? I don't know if I got them in the right order, but either way, when they first sort of hit the ground running recently with the massive sort of hits they've been having, I think they already had established that's who they were. They didn't have an accidental hit and go, oh, now we've got to try and recapture that magic. You know, these guys have got a trajectory already planned and they're executing it flawlessly. So yeah, this was great. Musically, as always, worked really, really well. Visually, they've got that visual humor down that just really makes me interested and wanting to see more. And it was beautifully directed video as well. The Shiloh brothers, I can see there in the corner there, whoever they are, they're doing a great job and they should keep doing it. That's about all I got to say, except for the fact that, man, this was great. If you notice any other Electric Callboy songs I haven't reacted to yet, hit me up in the comments. I'd like to sort of make sure I'm getting their entire catalog up here, because it's definitely worthwhile. But anyway, if you feel like I brightened your day at all, feel free to support the channel just by buying me a coffee. There's a link in the description. And also just hit like, subscribe, share if you think this is going to be of value to anyone else. Make sure that they see it. I appreciate that. You guys are the sole reason this channel exists. You know, the community pointing me in the right direction towards bands like Electric Callboy, who I never would have discovered naturally. So I'm forever indebted to you guys because of that, and I really appreciate it. So thanks again, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.